illegal structures and shanties on the highway. Officers of the authority spared no structure, with the full enforcement geared towards reclaiming the setbacks as they commenced from Okemosan, moving towards Kobape, Shiun, and Orilemo axis. Acting General Manager of the authority, Town Planner Itunu Jolaoluwa, says the setback has been set aside for gas pipelines, optic fibers, greenery, and other infrastructure, adding that no one can be permitted to bid on it.
The setback of the highway is supposed to be 70 meters from Abeokuta to Shagamu interchange and down. We've had several announcements, public enlightenment. We've had press release. The more we clear all this illegal development and shanties, you'll still see them coming back. And that is why you have those things being removed totally, permanently, so that there wouldn't be a resurgence of the illegality.
Town Planner Jolaoluwa sounds a note of warnings to others who still have structures on the setbacks to remove them before the officials of the authority gets to the areas.
Section 9, subsection 1 to 4 of the Ogun State Planning and Development Permit Regulation 2022 tells us about the road setback of all the roads in the states. And this road setback is not meant for shanties, for illegal development. There are many people that are having their development, whether temporary or permanent, within the road setback. They should just remove it before the government gets there.
The exercise is to continue in other areas of the state. Matthew Shomi, Ogtv News.
The High Court of Ogun State has dismissed the claim by the suspended chairman of Ijebu East Local Government, Honorable Wale Adedayo, against the governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun. Honorable Adedayo 2 years ago instituted the suit challenging his suspension as the council boss, alleging that the governor orchestrated his suspension. Dismissing all his claims against the governor, the court held that the local government is a separate entity distinct from the governor. The court, however, could not find any nexus between the petition and the alleged political differences. Agreeing with the first defendant through his counsel, Adekunle Emmanuel, Assistant Director, Civil Litigations, who appeared with PM Shibiomo, confirmed there was no convincing evidence to suggest that the governor was behind the petition or that such petition was written due to the claimant's allegation of political differences. The court equally found that since the local government and its legislative council were separate from the governor could not be held responsible for their action or inaction. Furthermore, valid provisions of the local government law of Ogun State state that it was only the governor that could suspend the claimant for a period of 3 months, a step the governor never took. In the final analysis, the judge noted that since the tenure of the claimant had lapsed, he could not be restored to his office despite the steps taken towards his removal being illegal, null and void. Former Governor of Ogun State, Chief Olusegun Oshoba, has assured members of Abeokuta Club of his readiness to support their growth and development. Oshoba stated this during his investiture as life vice patron of the club, established in 1972. Chief Oshoba regards the honor bestowed on him as one of the greatest recognitions of his life. He was decorated alongside Chief Olusegun Osukeye. The veteran journalist, in response to some questions and comments from members of the club, noted that lack of continuity from successive administrations in both states and federal levels have been responsible for the national development.
I stand here today feeling highly fulfilled. I say fulfilled because no matter what order that one might have achieved, no matter the achievements, the greatest one is the one at your root. And that is my root. Abeokuta is my root. So the honor that I'm being given today, I see it as the greatest of the greatest of honor. And I want to assure you that the grace of God, as well as I do, I will rise to the occasion of whatever you want me to be doing in this job. For this honor, I'll continue to do it.
He said that various people-oriented programs initiated by his administration were abandoned by successive governments. In particular, Chief Oshoba explained that the funds expended on sponsored pilgrimages were directed towards education, especially for payment of the West African Examinations Council WAEC fees of all students and for the purchase of desks and benches. He said the effort was to ensure that no child was denied the opportunity due to financial constraints. The Nigerian Union of Journalists, Ogun State Information Chapel, has organized its 2025 Christmas Carol service of 5 lessons tagged Jesus, Joy to the World. The service witnessed presentations from the chapel choir, Bible lessons, and goodwill messages from government officials. Olaide Oloye completes the report.
The spirit of Christmas filled the air as the Nigeria Union of Journalists, Ogun State Information Chapel, held its 2025 Christmas Carol of 5 lessons with the theme, Jesus, Joy to the World. The event gathered journalists, government information officers, invited clerics, and members of the public who converged to celebrate the birth of Christ through ministrations, Bible readings, lessons, and soul-lifting messages. In his welcome address, the chairman of the chapel, Comrade Femi Oshipito, described the theme as a reminder of the enduring hope that Jesus brings to a troubled world. He emphasized that the Christmas season offers an opportunity for renewed love, peace, and unity, especially among media professionals who play a crucial role in shaping society.
Ever since we also took over the mantle of leadership of the chapel, we have consistently been able to organize this Christmas Carol service. And of course, not just Christmas Carol, we also organize Ramadan lecture every year. And that speaks to the fact that spiritual welfareism is also of topmost priority to our administration. We thank God.
The highlight of the program was the 5 lessons taken by dignitaries present, which include the Ogun State Head of Service, Mr. Kehinde Onosoya, recounting the prophecy, birth and joy of the coming of the Messiah.
Journalists need prayer. Prayer is the key, and job is very, very risky. We must continue to pray for one another. For the Ogun State Council of NUJ, your election is coming. If you want to continue to imbibe and reflect on the value of Christmas, which is love, I want us to approach that election without any form of acrimony.
A goodwill message from the chairman of Nigeria Union of Journalists, Ogun State Council, Comrade Akinwale Olanrewaju, and other government officials commended the NUJ Information Chapel for sustaining the annual tradition, noting that Christmas is a time to embrace compassion and strengthen communal bonds. The choir thrilled the audience with several melodious carols and other Christmas classics that kept participants in a reflective and celebratory mood. Olaide Oloye, Ogtv News.
And in the world of sports, Super Eagles coach Eric Charles is expected to announce his final 2025 Africa Cup of Nations squad today, but the Franco-Malian tactician will be forced to make difficult decisions due to injuries to several key players ahead of the tournament. The 2025 AFCON will be played in Morocco from December 21st, 2025 to January 18, 2026. Chel released a 54-man provisional list for the tournament last Tuesday, which is expected to be trimmed to a maximum of 28 players in line with the deadline stipulated by the Confederation of African Football. Top of the list of doubtful players for Nigeria is goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali, who was one of the standout performers at the last edition in Ivory Coast, where Nigeria finished second. Nwabali has been injured since the last international break and could miss the tournament, according to his coach at Chippa United. And just before we leave, in the words of Mother Teresa, she says, not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love. Thank you so much for watching News at 2. Bye for now.